just to give you an idea of what I'm building. I am building the Sandcrawler, box number 75059. The Sandcrawler first appeared in the 1977 film Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, where R2-D2 and C-3PO were transported across the desert terrain of Tatooine. Yeah, what have I gotten built so far? Bam, look at this. I did this during the night, like 5 in the morning. While everybody was sleeping, I was doing content 5 in the morning, and I had to cancel on volunteering. I'm sorry, you guys. Shout out to the volunteers at... I'm gonna disappear. I'm sorry. I should have been prepared for this, but I was not. Shout out to communityfirstwhatcom.org. These guys are the real MVPs. They are really helping out their community, and they are trying to help everyone. Yeah. What am I going to talk about? Well, I'm going to talk about Donald Trump begging to China to sort out the whole Iran mistake of nuclear missiles in Iran that aren't actually in Iran. They don't have nuclear missiles yet. But yet Donald Trump supporters will be like, we needed to bomb Iran because they had nuclear missiles. No, they've never had nuclear missiles. I've seen in people's Instagram comments, you know, those Trump supporters. Yeah, no, there was no nuclear missiles in Iran. We wasted millions, if probably billions, bombing Iran for nothing. You know, there's a little kid. I'm proud of this kid. He is speaking up about politics, and he's like super young. He's like, yo, Donald Trump is ruining my generation, and he's probably gonna ruin the next generation after me. We are gonna be paying for Donald Trump's stupidity, like his debt. Yeah, that goes for generations. You know, what if the volunteer people, you know, what if they don't care really what I'm doing or making a YouTube? You know, that could be the case. But, you know, I hope they watch my videos and are like, yo, this guy is super awesome or something. I'm going to get started on this build. Bag episode 7. You know, they could be like, man, your videos suck. You're not a good content creator. They could be like that. Volunteering in your community is way better than making YouTube videos. And speaking out against the Trump administration. You know, I would say to a volunteer in Whatcom County or just in Bellingham city limits, you are correct. Speaking out on top of the Trump administration for doing wrong, people have to do that. We can't let our government do wrong by us. People have to speak out. I told the person that's my boss for volunteering, I was like, she might not think of me as her boss, she might not think, I don't know where I'm going with that. Anyways, what I'm building now is the tread pieces. I'm on bag episode 7. There's 2 bags. This is just one. Here's the second bag. I did get one volunteer to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And, you know, that's awesome. Shout out to him. You know, he goes to my local bike shop. I've noticed, like, ever since I've been spreading the word about this local, now everybody's been going there, and now they're just getting overfilled. They're like, we don't have time to fix your bike today. Maybe in 2 more weeks. And you know, that's awesome. You should look at this. Look at these pieces though. Look at this tread. These tread pieces. Tread lightly, you know? Yeah. And there's a whole bunch of these. This is cool. Alright, well, let's get started on this. I did not vote for Trump, and I will never vote for Trump. But if you are a Republican and you are open to actual debates, not name calling, like actual debates. Me and this Trump supporter at the Bellingham Downtown Co-op, we had a discussion. And I don't know if he wants our conversation to be public, but he was saying, I can't trust Netanyahu, the man does not smile, and he's always trying to attack somebody. Yeah, you know, I'm with that. Netanyahu, you need to start smiling. And you need to stop getting into conflicts. Sure, you know, Iran and Middle Eastern countries around you, yes, they might have started conflicts with you. But you don't need to continue those conflicts. Okay? First it was it Lebanon or what was it, Iran and Pakistan? And then it somehow became Iran and Israel. Unless I'm combining two conflicts. There's so many conflicts in the Middle East. It's hard to keep track. For someone that lives in a Western state, it is hard to keep track of all these Middle Eastern conflicts. But I will try to educate myself. This is what I got going. It's not much because I was talking. Man, Trump is really begging China to help Iran from not airstriking one of our big oil routes. Guess where? Oh, I'm glad you asked. To America. You see, if this big oil route gets malfunctioned, you will see prices go through the roof on oil and gas, because gas goes through that route too. But it's okay. You know, Trump kind of got rid of the trucking industry, well, because they voted for him. So that was their fault. That was their fault. They shouldn't have never voted for this dude. And then these truckers that were in companies wouldn't have been out of business. But if you're delivering food, you're good. You're essential, you know. You're with me. Since I work at a grocery store. You know, sometimes I think I shouldn't tell where I work at. Because what if something happens, you know? Alright, this is what I got so far. It's 10 minutes. It's about to be 10 minutes. And I'm going to flip this upside down. And you guys will see it upside down in the next video. But check this out. Subscribe, like, comment, share. I'm sure I forgot, like usual. Here's the bottom. And then I am flipping it upside down. This is very... I'm like scared right now. Because to me, this is fragile. To me, this is fragile. What are we doing? Well, is that really how that is? That's... Did I mess up? Did I somehow mess up? What? What is... Yeah. What is happening? I must have messed up right here. And I forgot stickers. I'm gonna do this in the next video. I will catch you guys later. More about this conflict. Yay! I guess. I don't know. If you're interested, you know. Peace. Yeah, I really paused the video like it was ending. Okay, for real. Peace.